It's a bit weird looking, but man does it slap. A prototype that never got to see the war, till now. This is the Cönders MG. Just like the weapon, Augustus Cönders, the inventor, would have an obscure history. He was basically the unsuccessful version of Nicolas Cage in Lord of War, starting off in Germany before moving to France and then later Great Britain after World War I. His sole hope and dream was to build arms and munitions. With the rise of Adolf Hitler, Cönders would return to the fatherland in 1938. However, because of his travels to Germany's now biggest rivals, Cönders would always be viewed with suspicion by German high command, something that he would openly rant and debate about with the people in power. Not the best position for an arms dealer to be in. The suspicion does seem to be well warranted, as there is some evidence that Cönders could have been working for His Majesty's Secret Service MI5. But this is a hotly debated topic for historians and still is just a theory. Now, the MG prototype was just that, a prototype, never seeing combat or even field testing. In fact, it was captured by US forces in 1945 incomplete, missing both the barrel and the top cover assembly. We actually only have one photo of the completed firearm as it was in its intended form, and this is the one we see in Enlisted. This top cover assembly left a lot of ordnance officials with the US Army confused on how it even operated, which in turn led to the modifications to be more like the MG42 top cover it bears in real life today. The modification was done to allow testing of the weapon, something that was standard procedure for captured German weapons. Unlike his creation, Augusta would avoid capture until 1946, where he would be brought in for questioning by US officials. And that's where the trail goes cold. August Cönders would just sort of disappear, leaving a lot of questions for his role in the grand story of World War II. It wouldn't be until 2004 that Cönders' creation would resurge in the firearm community, as the original cartridge belt was stolen and is still missing to this day. The 9mm belt fed is classified as a light machine gun, and it is believed to be for armored vehicles, for firing out of gun ports. But like everything with this weapon, it isn't 100% confirmed. The MG is only one of two surviving firearms by Cönders and is currently housed in Malta, so the fact that it's in Enlisted is kind of cool, even if it's in the wrong time period for the Normandy campaign, a whole year before its capture and never seen production. It seems to me that Darkflow has thrown away their old stance of, it doesn't matter if it was there historically so long as it was in production at the time, which honestly to me is fine with gold weapon orders because you need some kind of uniqueness in order to keep these battle passes going. The Cönders MG in-game has a crazy rate of fire at 1,150 rounds a minute, a 100-round magazine, and pretty much no recoil. This thing is basically a PPSH in Normandy and Berlin for the Axis. If you decide to get this, you should push aggressively into enemy positions, hip firing frequently. Your loadout will determine how well you use this weapon. I highly suggest you carry a large ammo pouch, otherwise you're going to be tied to an ammo crate. Perk-wise, aim speed, vertical recoil reduction, run speed, and of course vitality are all good options. A lot of people will say to get reload speed, but I find this is a waste because you have 100-round magazines, and if you just do some magazine management, you will ensure that you never run out of bullets. Would I recommend this weapon? Well, it depends. If you're just starting out your journey or middle tier, then I would 100% get it. If you are farther or into the late game, then I would save my gold weapon orders, as the STG-44 and the FG-42 are just better options for you, especially for the level designs in Normandy. In Berlin, I think it's a better option as well, so if you are going to get it in the Berlin campaign. Ultimately, the choice is up to you. It's a great weapon with very little drawbacks. A unique weapon with a hazy story, the Cönders MG. Thanks for watching today's video, scholars, and if you want me to review another gold weapon order, let me know down in the comments below. And while you're down there, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. As always, scholars, hit those books and hit those bottles. Cheers!